Alyssa Slotkin, former Congresswoman, former CIA analyst, and now a freshman senator from Michigan. We talked on the morning meeting this morning about who should, not who would, but who should give the Democratic response to President Trump's speech next week to a joint session of Congress. Again, the first one of a term is not called a State of the Union address. And Sean had a great idea of real people. I thought a business person. Dan thought the new senator from Arizona. If it's going to be a politician, Alyssa Slotkin's a brilliant choice, I think, based on her bio, her presentation, and her performance. Here is number 4, Sam. Here is Alyssa Slotkin talking about Doge.
Do you believe that you have the right to unilaterally take money out of Social Security? Not that you will, but that you have the right.
Senator, the president's made very clear that they're not going to touch Social Security. But and you're speaking to hypotheticals. I would say I don't think that
it's not a hypothetical if every single Michigander that I talk to is worried about you cutting their Social Security benefits, their Medicare benefits, their veterans benefits, the post office, right? I was just up in very red conservative Upper Peninsula of Michigan, right? I'm the only Democrat there.
Right.
And they are like happy, as you said. There's people who are perfectly happy with cuts that are going on, but they are desperately worried that you are going to cut their Social Security, their Medicare, their veterans benefits, and the Postal Service. And despite everyone saying they're not going to touch it, you are smarter than that and know that the big cuts that you are calling for need big chunks out of these programs.
Senator, I don't hesitate to say that I do not believe that the president can stop Social Security benefits being paid. I don't think so.
You don't think he can pull money out of Social Security, Medicare, veterans benefits?
I don't.
And the Postal Service.
And of course, the reason I say the president said he's not going to is because that's what he's consistently declared. So I don't think it's an issue. But
if you look behind the numbers and you guys are looking for $6 trillion, Doge is looking for that. You guys have been open about it, which I appreciate. $6 trillion doesn't come from a million here and a million there. It comes from cutting big programs. And what you are saying is, despite what everyone says here, you are working for, you proudly support this idea that you can move money even though it's been appropriated for a certain reason. So I don't think any American, red, blue, purple, the whole thing, should trust that these programs that they've worked their entire life for are safe if you believe you can do anything that you want.
Well, they're just
right. And look, let's just be fair. You fire people and then hire them the next week. That's indiscriminate. That's acknowledging you've made a mistake. That's not some review that normal private sector companies would do. I don't know a damn private sector company that would fire someone on Friday and hire them back on Monday because, whoops, they made a mistake. But let's just be honest that this approach is scaring the crap out of people on the benefits they've worked their entire life for. And I know I'm out of time. Yield back.
All right. So what do we see there? And again, I bet for a lot of you, that's the first time you focused on Alyssa Slotkin. She's wicked smart. She's wicked relatable. She understands policy. She's a very serious person. As all of you know, doing the response to the State of the Union or equivalent, it's a really hard thing. Very few people succeed, and I'd be surprised if she kills it, just because it's so hard. And I'd be surprised if she isn't a little nervous because she's never been on a stage like this. But I'd also not be surprised. Well, let me put it this way. If I had to bet, I bet she doesn't ace it. And again, nothing against her. She brings a lot to it. She could do well, though. It's possible. Let me start over. I doubt she'll do well, but she could, because she does have the raw materials to do well. Very polished thinker, a good communicator. She knows her stuff, and she's very disciplined. I've learned from her folks. She's very disciplined, and she'll prepare really carefully. The text will be prepared carefully. I'm sure she'll practice. But it's hard to do. So not a sure thing, but she could do well.